Hey Books! Welcome into our Sagittarius-Capricorn cusp astrology reading for December 2025. I cannot believe we are already here at the end of 2025. Okay, I just finished the Sagicorn 2026 yearly forecast. We're doing it in a new way this year. Okay, I hope you guys will enjoy that mini reading. That'll be available to y'all by the time y'all see this, okay? And that will happen again for all cusps this month, and it'll be early access for everybody. And those will go public before the Capricorn season readings, okay? But let's get into it. Let's get into it, Sagicorns. You have a very interesting year up ahead. But let's see how December astrology is setting you up for that new calendar year. You've got the 12th house introspection. Hilariously, this is exactly how your 2026 forecast started out, with reflection. Okay, so that might be the spirit of the energy that you're in right now. And I would say continue to follow that. I think you're going to get to the root of some sort of energy. I'm hearing that's been plaguing you for a while. Yeah, when it comes to your community, when it comes to connections, friendships, okay? Some of y'all are trying to figure out where you want to plant roots, okay? Some of you might be trying to find your home. Yeah, where you want to nurture yourself or where you feel nurtured. Or what community environments actually support you. Okay, you got messages here. Expand, Sagittarius. First house in arrival. Okay. We're going to rock with these 7 here. Okay, let me make sure this is squared up for y'all. Perfect. And heal. Yeah. Heal with Chiron here at the bottom. I think you're going to get a green light here from Source to step into some sort of expansion that expands you beyond the community you're tied into now. So you might be finally getting that direction if you've been asking the divine, like, where should my home be? Where do I need to set up shop? Where I'm ready to plant roots. Where is it? So there could be a big move happening here for you coming up soon. Okay. I get this feeling that you want to feel a sense of accomplishment or feel like you belong somewhere. Maybe that feeling of belonging has been plaguing you. I don't really feel like I belong where I'm at. I don't really know where I belong, but I want to belong somewhere. I want to feel like something is my home. This is my community. This is what I want to be a part of. And I totally understand that. Okay. So I think the root of all of that is the feeling of wanting to be nurtured beyond what you can maybe do for self. Maybe wanting to be nurtured in relationships, friendships, an environment that makes you feel nurtured, something that feeds your soul in a way, okay? And that looks different for everybody. Some people need the sea salt water and sand. Some people are forest people. Some people are snowy people. So, you know, you got to find your vibe. And maybe that's what you've been trying to figure out. Or you know your vibe. It's just a matter of how you're going to get there. How are you going to make that happen? And again, I feel like you're going to get some answers as to what those next steps should be or need to be in order for you to make that your reality. So again, you're going to be in an environment here very soon that will nurture you in the ways that you need to be healed and nurtured. I can't make it up. Like I said, in right relationship. Wanting to feel like your presence in an environment is just as beneficial as what you get from that environment. It's a feeling of wanting to be needed almost, I sense. Okay, so maybe you're going to get to the root of some of that energy here. Let's clarify. Tell me more about this introspection. Oh, my deck's upside down, but you got the moon. So yeah, you definitely have a very strong pull to be in your inner world here, Sagittarians, as we turn over this calendar year? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to invest? Where do I want to be? Where should I plant these seeds? Okay, what's at the root of this energy for Sagittarians in December? The Nine of Pentacles, right. Where would I be happiest? Where will my seeds grow the most? Where can I see myself expanding? Maybe you're ready to start a family here, Sagittarians. Or if you already have a family, maybe the needs of your family are changing. And it's like, you know what? Maybe we need to go to that city or change states or move to a different part of wherever you're at so that it's better for everybody. It's that kind of maybe real world tangible with this Virgo energy. Day-to-day life that you're thinking about a lot. What do I want my days to look like? Some of y'all have a blank canvas and the divine is asking you to kind of paint out what it is you want. Maybe that's what you're spending some time reflecting on. How do you want to spend your days? So that the universe can start bringing that in for you or opening those doors for you, okay? Tell me more about this community. Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I kind of get this. Should I stay? Should I go? I don't know that I need to be in a new environment. Should I stay where I'm at? It's something still not clear. Okay. Okay, so then where's the nurturing at then? What's this nurture for Sagittarius? The Three of Wands. It's coming in. Okay. Maybe at the root of all of this, there is this kind of desire to have a little bit more control over your day-to-day or a little bit more independence and freedom as to how you create your day. Two of Pentacles also giving me this flexibility. You got the Ace of Wands at the bottom. Again, I think wherever it's really muddy for you, Sagittarians, it's about to get really clear starting with December. Okay, clarify these messages. What message is Mercury bringing in? The Seven of Wands and the Hangman, to look at something from a different point of view. How you might be blocking the answers in some way, shape, or form. Some of y'all maybe know where you need to be. It's just a matter of starting or taking that leap of faith. Yeah, Chariot. Again, some of y'all know exactly where you want to be, but maybe you're trying to leave room, or it's important to leave room here, Sagittarians, for the divine to fill in the how you get there. Nine of Cups, right? So I get this sense that you know there's a lot more life to be lived. You know that there are a lot more things that you can be doing or that you want to be doing that feed you. You got the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So that grows your sense of stability in yourself and also your sense of happiness. So maybe where you are isn't really making you happy, or there aren't a lot of things that you enjoy doing or that bring happiness to you available for you to do and partake in or engage with. But then it's that question of, well, where is that place? Where is that community? And with the Six of Swords being in reverse, it feels like you don't really have clarity on that just yet. And I don't think that's going to last for too much longer here, though, Sagittarians. Tell me more about this first house and arrival. What's arriving? Period. Are we going to keep it even though it fell on the floor? You're waiting on, exactly, period. You're waiting on the funds. Like, I know where I'd be happiest. I know where I could thrive. I just have to be able to sustain myself. Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. I'd have to be able to be independent. I'd have to be able to maintain being there. And that's going to start with some sort of new coin and or the arrival of some sort of stability for you. Or something that it allows you to expand your stability so you can make that your reality. Okay, so I get it. You maybe are very clear on the what. You just got to let the divine show you the how. That's what this sense is what it's giving me here. Okay. Strength and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, look at all the nines coming in. Right. I know the what. I know what I want. I see it. But the how is what's keeping you up at night. The how am I going to make that happen? How? Maybe a lot more faith. I know we don't like to hear that, but it's true. If the how isn't coming to you, that means the divine is working. I just heard the divine say, that's for me to know and for you to find out. So faith, 9th house energy. Maybe that's why this 9 keeps coming out. You got Sagittarius here too. Tell me more about these 2 of Pentacles. Under introspection. Exactly. King of Swords. Right. You're ready to make a choice and a decision. I almost feel like you would even be okay with the Tower. Like, just blow this up so that I'm forced to figure it out, or like if something happens. It's like you're waiting on some sort of shift. Yeah. But I really do feel like all you have to do is continue to make wise choices and decisions for yourself. And that's easier said than done, 100%. But you're showing up here in this King of Swords. You know how to maintain those 2 pentacles until you get that next pentacle. Okay. I think here's a big key that you might be overlooking a little bit, Sagittarians, is you might be more focused on building some sort of grounded or stability, security outside of yourself as opposed to internally. And I think that's what the divine is waiting for you to tap into. You're talking about all these plans on how the outside world should be pieced together, but what about your inner world? What are you doing to maintain that? Okay. I almost feel like the divine wants you to vow to take care of yourself and to not get lost in the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, before they bring in this Ace of Pentacles to pull you into that 10. Clarify. 6 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Cups. Yeah. I'm almost getting to, maybe you haven't really explored all your options where you are at right now or within the community that you have. So I kind of sense that there might be a little bit of action on your end here, Sagittarians, to solidify or confirm for the universe what it is that you really want. So maybe the universe is a little confused as to what direction you want to head in. Clarify the 3 of Wands. Thank you. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Exactly. Rather than waiting on the environment or the external world to validate or nurture or comfort you, you have to almost detach from that and start building it and living it yourself. The Fool energy. So it's almost like you got to take that step first before the universe can kind of show up. You have to detach from something here. 8 of Cups. Maybe it is a little bit of like a lack energy. Sometimes being in that 3 of Wands can make you feel like you're lacking something because you're anticipating something coming in. It's a need, it's a want, it's a desire, it's a stance of desire. I want this thing. Okay, I've set up my intention, I've petitioned to the universe, now I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm watching the ships come in. And I feel like in that watching and waiting, you might have disconnected from the self a little bit. So it's almost like, it seems like the divine is saying, in the meantime, Sagittarians, it's coming. But in the meantime, how are you nurturing you? It's like you kind of have to have that routine down or have that solidified for yourself so that when this Ace of Pentacles comes in, you almost have something to fall back on, or it's like you won't go neglected because of it. It's a very strong energy with this Queen of Cups. Spirit doesn't want you to neglect yourself for this Ace of Pentacles. And the only way to make sure that doesn't happen is if you're set in some sort of self-care, self-love routine, whatever that looks like for you. It looks different for everybody, but that you have that practice intact and solidified and integrated so that no matter what comes in, that still stays the same. There's something about self-neglect here, okay? that maybe kind of comes on based on the season. That could be a part of the season we're in. Hard, you know, it could, finding the energy to take care of yourself could be a little bit of a struggle, okay? Now, I'm no doctor. Please go see someone who's qualified to diagnose in that way. But, you know, a little seasonal depression maybe, or just that kind of the weight of winter. You know, we're in winter here in the States. Could be significant to what has you kind of not keeping up the routines and the self-care that you maybe need to, okay? And it seems like the divine wants to see more of that. Because I think whatever this Ace of Pentacles is, it's going to be exactly what you need, but it almost feels like the divine doesn't want you to be codependent on that. Because once it comes in, again, I keep hearing that you're going to have some of that solidified for yourself, so you don't get lost in it. Okay, clarify the Chariot with these messages. Thank you. Yeah, the Three of Swords, exactly. Exactly. And that could be what's trying to heal. That could be what's trying to heal. Okay, clarify the Nine of Cups with expand. How is Sagittarius expanding their happiness? Ten of Swords, exactly. It's a mindset shift a little bit here, Sagittarius. Okay, and clarify this Ace of Pentacles for the first house. And what's arriving? The Nine of Wands. Right, right. If you don't take care of yourself now, if you don't start balancing your energy now, before this Pentacle comes in, it's going to be more difficult to do so when it does arrive. And it's like, when that Ace of Pentacles arrive, that's not the time to then fall into some sort of Chiron cycle. You see what I'm saying? It's like the divine is trying to give you space to do that work now before this comes, so that you can fully indulge and enjoy it. Okay? So that you can fully indulge and enjoy it, and not have to then focus on healing and kind of miss out on the Nine of Cups that maybe comes with this Ace of Pentacles. Okay? So tell me a little bit more. What's the guidance you have then here? What else? How else do you want to guide Sagittarius through December, divine? Thank you. Hibiscus and joy, right? This is all centered around your sense of joy, okay? Finding your joy before it comes, Sagittarius. Not waiting on the arrival of the Ace of Pentacles to then allow yourself to feel it. Feel it now. Feel the joy in it coming, so that it can be amplified once it does arrive. Okay, clarify a little bit more. Yeah, initiation. Some of y'all might be experiencing a bit of an initiation into a deeper faith here, deeper connection with your intuition. That was coming up too in your 2026 forecast. Ooh. Okay, conduit energy, exactly. Exactly. Some of y'all are learning how to be your own healer, your own nurturer in new ways. That's a part of this energy. What else? Thank you. Revival. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you have a renewal here. You have that as a part of your path forward here, Sagittarius. It's just a matter of not waiting to start loving and taking care of yourself in some sort of way. Like, just, I get this waiting game you might be playing, or not that you're playing a game or anything like that, but I think you're like, once I get this, then I'll be able to, when it's like you have the means to do whatever that is now before you get this. And that's what the divine is trying to get you to see. Okay. What else for Sagittarius-Capricorn in this energy? Yeah, wisdom and psychic healing. Exactly. And intuition, I can't make it up. That's a big theme for you, not only in December here, but throughout 2026, okay? You'll be initiated into higher levels of intuition, higher levels of connection with your higher self, with source, okay? Which will bring about the revival you've been waiting on and waiting for, but you have to have that wisdom intact. And that wisdom looks like how to maintain the connection with your psychic energy, with your cusp of prophecy, right? With that higher self. With that higher awareness. Okay, my loves? Okay, so some Jupiter energy showing up here for you quite a bit. A lot of Neptunian energy as well. You have some Venus, a lot of Pluto, so a lot of renewal is happening for you and is starting now. And it's going to maintain that energy throughout 2026, okay? All right, well, I love you all so very much, and I really do hope that this serves you throughout the month of December and beyond it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you all in our next one. Love you lots. Namaste.